What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a great day today. I know I am. I'm super excited to show you guys this comp. This is an amazing comp, and with everyone running rerolls like Set reroll, Nidalee reroll, Olaf reroll, this comp is the perfect comp to just slot right in there, go completely under the radar, undetected. No one is playing it for some reason. I think they're just too preoccupied with the reroll meta, and I'm just so excited to show you. So here we're starting the game. I do have Set pair, and I honestly wasn't too sure what was going to happen. I thought maybe I could go for Set reroll myself. I did pick up the Yone off the bench, and I like to do that just in case Mirage is something I do find favorable to play. And I generally only play Mirage in 2 instances right now, since those are the only 2 I understand fully, and that's Pirate's Greed, as well as Dawnbringer's Redemption, or Determination rather. I absolutely love Dawnbringer's Determination. That trait is so powerful, it's incredible. If you ever get Dawnbreaker's Determination Mirage in your games, you need to play it. So I find the Mirage Crest, I know it's Dawnbringer's Determination, I'm kind of tempted to do it, but I do have Set pair, so I'm thinking to myself, do I want to just kind of risk it? Not too sure. So what I do is I decide to scout the boards really quickly on my first augment, just go looking around, see who has what, see if it's worth, maybe I can, play the Set reroll, which is really strong early game, and that really fits my gameplay and my style more. So I look through, I'm checking, and checking. Boom. This guy's already got Set 2-star with Dragonmancer 3. So I just know it's pretty much over at that point. I'm not gonna run Set reroll. I pick up the Mirage emblem. I take my Nunu, and I think I'm gonna throw. No, I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now, which isn't too bad. Nope, Mirage 3, okay, not too bad. I'm only 1 unit from Mirage 4 already, which is actually pretty good. And on Dawnbringer's Determination, it's so strong. Like, it's actually incredibly strong. At 6, you get healed twice for 75% health, and then on 8, now in 12.12, it turns into 125% health times 2. So you have to go down twice and then get healed. On the 3rd time going down, you won't get healed until you'll finally die. That is incredible tankiness and stat value. If you play this, what you should probably do is either get Redemption or Warmogs onto Nunu, and that dude just lives forever. Like, they do not die at all. It's incredible. I don't even know how to explain that. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, Dawnbringer's Determination is better now than it was back in Set 5 and 5.5 when it was originally in the game. I mean, I'm almost 100% certain Dawnbringers could not heal that much back then. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, let me know. But I'm almost 100% certain there was no way that could happen. So we're fighting a Nidalee 2-star right now. This guy's going to turn into a Nidalee reroll comp, I'm pretty sure. We do win, which is very nice, but that's not going to stay like that for too long since I'm not really too strong here. I do have items on the bench not slammed. I don't exactly have Mirage 4, but I am going to pivot into that right now since I do have Leona on the bench. I believe here comes the Leona. I'm going to sell the Shen. Right, let's see here. There goes that. And then I am going to sell the Shen. There we go. I lose Warrior 2, but it's not really too big of a deal. I'm not too worried about it. And I do end up fighting this Tom Kench, who's ridiculously strong at Cavalier 2-star. He's an unmovable rock, this guy. Like, giant catfish never dies, I guess. That should be the story of this round right here, because he just keeps going forever and ever. And I actually come close. I actually think I'm going to win for a while. But, stuff happens, I guess. You can just watch to find out. But going back to Dawnbringer's Determination, it seems like Mirage is very low-key right now. And so if you get Dawnbringer's Determination, you want to play this. As long as no one else is challenging, you pretty much want to play it. Because it's so tanky and so strong, and not only that, there's so many avenues to play through. You can play through Yone with AD items. You can play through Daeja with AP items. You can kind of play an off carry until you manage to find Yasuo and play through Yasuo. If you find an early one, even better. But there's actually a late, middle, and end game carry for Mirage. And when you get this, it's super powerful. Now for the other Mirage traits, I'm not too sure of them. I do know what they are. You build attack speed, you build AP on hit, and then the always critical strike low health targets. That's very strong. That's very good, don't get me wrong. I just haven't found out what is the best combination to play with those traits yet, and I do want to, because I was a very big fan of mutants in 6 and 6.5, and so as the game and as the set improves, I'm gonna be playing Mirage more and more often because I enjoy the variety and I enjoy the fact that not too many people play it. I think one of the big things for me that I really love about this comp is the fact that nobody plays it like that. It's pretty much uncontested most of the time, and it allows me to hit my comp. All I have to do is kind of play right, gather the knowledge, and get better at it. So that's really what I'm challenging myself with, what I'm looking forward to. So I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Right now I'm going against Rise 2-star, and this is how strong Dawnbringer's determination is. I'm going against a Rise 2-star at 2-6. This is stage 2. I'm level 4, okay? And that is a 2-star Rise. Yes, he's got no items, but that is a 2-star Rise. I will say that twice. And I still clean him out. That's incredible. Like, that is so much potency right there. It's insane. I don't even know what to say. So I have 9 here. I do make 30 gold right there. I was thinking about maybe throwing in the Shen at some point, but decide against it anyway. Because here, actually, one of the great things about Mirage, is that you get to play Cavalier, which is a super strong front line, but it doesn't fit into too many comps. But it does fit really well into Mirage. Now on level 5, at 3-1, I find the early Daeja, and like once I secured that, it was over. I already knew, like, oh, this is high roll. I'm super playing this comp to the end. I'm definitely playing Daeja right now because Daeja is super powerful. I found it really early. The only thing is that I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I absolutely detest when it happens to me, and that is whenever I have items, but I only have every item that I want, only their component. So for QSS, I have the glove. For Gunblade, I have the sword. For Ginsu's, I have the bow. But I don't have them completed, or even one of them, so I can't fully slam items, and I'm kind of just sitting there hoping, to make something happen. So on my second augment choice, I go with Cavalier, and that's pretty much guaranteed when I know I'm going to be playing Cavalier as my front line. It's super strong, and most importantly, you only need to add 1 extra unit every time you want to move up in the Cavalier tier. So I go to level 6, I throw in Daeja, I get rid of my Taric, who's 2-starred, for my Sejuani, and I go Cavalier 4 already. So already, it's only stage 3 too, and I have Mirage 6, Cavalier 4. Now, I'm going to lose this, but, I mean, the guy had a 3-star in Italy with 2.5 items. He's power spiking big time right now, so I totally understand why I lost it. You know, it happens. He also have Beasten, which you can't really see here, but he does have Beasten here. It's been kind of buggy with the... Oh no, he didn't get Beasten. Oh, spoiler alert. I forgot. We're only on second augment here, so he does get Beasten later, which is actually even scarier. But that's okay. So with Daeja here, I'm pretty much going to start winning soon. And my goal is, once I start hot streaking and picking up the pace, I don't want to let up. And the reason is because people are playing reroll comps. People are playing comps that are supposed to win early. So if I can take rounds off of them right now, really early into the game, that'll mean that it's just pushing them down further and further, and they have less room to make errors for, because their scaling comps aren't, well, rather their comps aren't scaling very well. And so my comp that is going to scale well, that is a late game carry, that does have late game potential with Cavalier 5, Mirage 8, is going to do incredibly well. So I just need to, win as many rounds as I can right now, save gold, and then turn it into a hot streak ASAP. So I pick up the Negatron Cloak from the carousel, I make the QSS, I give it to Daeja, throw him in the corner, and we're off to the races pretty much. This guy is playing another reroll comp, Ezreal reroll with Jade, and it's not enough. He has Bramble Vest, doesn't work against Daeja because she's an AP carry. Another reason why I absolutely love her, she's an attack speed carry, but she plays AP. And what does that mean? It means if you get something like Ginsu's or QSS early into the game, you can hold it and either force a pivot into an AD comp like Yone, Olaf, Xayah, or you can play her as an AP comp with items, like Jeweled Gauntlet, Gunblade. I think the best item in my opinion right now for her as the third AP item would be Archangel Staff, or you can go Death Cap as well. Super tanky options with Cavalier in there, which is super important since, Daeja takes up 2 slots, and Mirage Dawnbringer's Determination gives super amounts of healing. Cavalier, you only need 1 more unit to increase the buffs, which is what I said earlier. Super powerful. So here, this guy is pretty tanky, pretty strong, but it's actually not enough. I'm not doing too much damage right now, so my damage will pick up at some point, which is what I was saying. It does scale. This comp is very scaling heavy, But look at Nunu. Nunu has tanked everything at 1 star. He's just sitting there like a champ, eating everything. And the reason is because he's getting 2 heals of 75% health every time he goes down. So how many times do you think people can take down a tank below half health? They had to do it 3 times against Nunu, 3 times against Sejuani, 3 times against my Leona. Do you know how difficult that is? I'm telling you, Dawnbringer's Determination is giga meta, and it's super slept on. If you aren't playing Dawnbringer's Determination when you have a chance on Mirage, then you're kind of messing up. I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of messing up. Yes, we all know Private Screen is really good. Yes, we know that's a great econ augment if you can win early, especially at Snowball with getting extra econ. It is giga broken, you turbo 9, you win the game. But Dawnbringer's Determination, in my opinion, is probably the best Mirage spat or Mirage trait. It's way too good. I mean, look at this guy. I just took down a 2-item Xayah carry. Like it was nothing. Yeah, it came down to about 2 units, I believe. But look how long that this guy is lasting. When I say this guy, I mean Nunu. Incredible. So for my 3rd augment, I reroll because I didn't like what I had. It was between Thrill of the Hunt and Exiles 2. Now Thrill is very good, but you only get the buff on 1 person, and since my main carry is all the way in the back, her healing isn't going to matter too much. So I go with Exiles, since another perk about running Mirage, especially with Cavalier, is you don't need to have all your units super stuck together, right? Like you can create space, and they're all going to rush forward and give you space anyway. And the only thing you have to worry about is assassins. Now, obviously, that's very scary. I know you guys all know that assassin meta is big right now, especially with Olaf carry and Diana. But the thing about Daeja is that she kills units very quickly when she's skilled up like this. So that means that she's going to turn and kill whatever assassin's on her. So it's very powerful. So at 4-2, I do go to level 8 and do my roll down ASAP since I'm ahead of the curve right now with a 4-game win streak. And I want to preserve and maintain that win streak. So I do level early, and I do roll down at 4-2 before anyone else gets a chance to, and I hit my 2-star Daeja. I also hit a 2-star Hecarim, super very powerful. What's incredibly annoying to me though is I don't hit 2-star Nunu. That, are you kidding me? So I didn't find 2-star Hecarim actually, I apologize, but I do have Hecarim pair here, and I am going to turn that into Hecarim 2-star very shortly, even shorter than 2-star Nunu, which is incredible to me. Doesn't make sense, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'll take a Daeja 2-star over a over a Nunu 2-star this early into the game. You know, that's just me. That's just me. I'll take it. So now we're moving on to 4-3. We're on a 5-game win streak right now. Super strong. And there's the Hecarim 2-star. I did have a chance to pick up Shyvana, but it's just not worth it for me to pivot into any comp right now. I already have Cavalier 5, which is 100 armor and 100 magic resist. Super strong, especially on Nunu. This is what I'm saying, is that you're not going to be able to kill Nunu. And here I actually play this guy, and this guy is for some reason pivoting into my comp. He managed to pick up Hallucinate, and I think he thought maybe he wasn't scouting. I don't know, but I guess he thought that Mirage was free and open, and he was completely wrong. I don't know what he was thinking. To me, I think he was just not scouting. So I end up crushing him, and he still continues into the comp, which I guess you kind of have to at that point since he's picked up Hallucinate, and he did find a Daeja. But the Rise isn't working. There's already a mage comp. He's kind of stuck in that in-between where he doesn't know what to play. That's happened to me plenty of times, so I definitely understand it. It's just unfortunate for him that I found the Mirage angle very early into the game. Super happy with it. And typically that happens a lot. As you can see, he pivoted into Mirage. He'd probably have been doing way better if he just started at Mirage, right? And that's the thing about Mirage, is that like you can go to it later, but it's actually better if you start early since most people don't play it. You have this huge advantage that you can pick up a lot of Mirage units very quickly. Finally find 2-star Nunu at 4-6 right before Dragon Round. I'm just chilling here. So I'm just taking a look at him just to see what's happening with him since he is running Daeja. And I was kind of hoping to maybe get a lucky 3-star Daeja since I'm high rolling so hard here. My idea was to go fast 9, hit Daeja 3-star hopefully, and just win. But we'll see what happens with that. As far as this, we're going to win this. I already know since it's super early, I'm super strong right now. So I'm not too concerned. The main thing going into Dragon Round is I'm looking for a Rod on Daeja for Gunblade. And I'm also looking for a tank item. Not too sure what I'm going to be on the tank item, but just anything to keep Nunu alive longer. Good options would be, yeah, right there, Ionic Spark. That'd be a really good option. Also, another great option is Warmogs, which synergizes really well with Dawnbringer's Determination since it's HP based, and Dawnbringer's gives you a fuck ton of HP. Excuse my language. I just, you know, it works so well. It's such good synergy. I do slam the Runan since there's really not much that's going to happen with that. I decided to give it to the Twitch. And by the way, Twitch is in there for 2 reasons. 1, guild buff, really good. 2, Twitch is super, super nice in attack speed comps. Anytime you can fit him in, you want to throw it in. An extra 10%, in this case an extra 12%, is actually incredible attack speed buff, right? So here, I'm fighting against the other Daeja. I can't believe he actually found Daeja 2-star, I'm not going to lie. The fact that I had it, and we're kind of at that point in the game where you don't have much gold if you're rolling at 8, right? You probably just turned 8. And he actually found it, which is incredible. It's just the shame that he ran into me when he did find it. When he did find it? Yeah, when he did find it. Because I'm super powerful at this point in the game, and he didn't have very much health. I think if he had found a couple other people instead of fighting me, he probably would have lasted a few more rounds. But, you know, again, that's just the way it happens. This game is entirely RNG. The only thing that is consistent about your games is you. So you need to be as consistent as possible. And one of the ways of doing that is playing a comp that is very low pick rate, like Mirage. So that's generally how I think about the game, how I like to play. You can bandwagon the meta, which is nice, especially if you hit really early, so it's good to know those meta comps. But in my opinion, I think it's best to play comps that are super strong, but super low-key, so that you have a very consistent game plan for hitting them. So here we are on 5-3. We have just secured top 4. I do a very random zoom in onto Itis for some reason. Not too sure why. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And now we're moving on. This guy's using Lee Sin comp. Very scary. And I think Lee Sin comp is going to turn into hyper meta in 12.12. I don't think Daeja will reach that level since I think people sleep on Daeja a lot. But Lee Sin was already gaining traction. And now he's just going to get even better because he got a stronger attack. Yes, they do call it an adjustment and not a buff since they did change the mana as well. But in my opinion, that is a pure buff. Because you can give items to replace that, like Hodge, you can give blue buff, you can give Shojin, it doesn't matter. Like, you can find ways to get some extra mana, it's not a big deal. What does matter is you get a bunch of more damage, and since Dragonmancer has a bunch of extra AP percentage scaling, those crits are going to hurt, I'm telling you. I cannot wait for Lee Sin meta because I'm just curious to see what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. I can see someone kicking, using Lee Sin at full crit, kicking, boom, eliminating like 3 people at once. And then the next patch, Lee Sin nerfed. Man, that's gonna be funny. So this guy beats me. He finally takes me out of my hot streak, and it's not too surprising since he does have a Shyvana with 3 carry items as well as the 3-star Nidalee. His shapeshifter comp is really strong since he did hit Beast Den as well. So it's not too surprising, but I do have a lot of more room for scaling. I can go 9, which is what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to also get Yasuo and then Yone in there for Mirage 8. And then I would like to also throw in a Bard there at level 9 so that I can get my 3 guild bonus, which will eventually turn to guild 2 when I find Mirage 8, as well as Mega CC. Bard alone for the CC is so powerful, but then the fact that he also basically gives you extra mana for free is incredible to me. 2 mana per attack is a lot. It's you don't even realize how much it is until you start seeing how much of an effect Bard has on you. Now I do lose this round, which I'm not too worried about, because here's the thing, I rolled earlier, I was able to build a bunch of gold, and now they just finished their roll, so they power spiked, right? But I was able to recoup my gold, so I power spiked again, and that's where I went 9, I got Bard, and now I'm just looking for Yone, I'm looking for Yasuo, get my Mirage 8, and complete my power spikes. So whenever you high roll the game, it's very important that you do that, right? You want to be able to power spike as much as you can, complete the comp as much as you can, and that includes going 9, that includes finding any synergies you may be able to use, like guild, or throwing in very powerful units. Even if they don't match the comp, they're very useful. Units like Soraka, like Bard, like Yasuo with his CC ability. Units to stay away from unless they're synergized, I would say are Asol. You want Mage Spat, you want Astrals, I would stay away from Shyvana, you want Rage Wing, you want Shapeshifters. You could pick up Ao Shin, but keep in mind that Ao Shin is a carry. He will need carry items since his mana bar is absolutely ginormous. So if you don't have the proper items or the proper front line to protect them to cast off a spell, then stay away from Ao Shin as well. So here we are on 6-2. We're pretty much cleaning house. So at this point, the games are just going to happen back to back since there's not much else I can do. I was super close to hitting a 3-star Daeja, but I ended up not hitting it, which is okay. Not too big of a deal. Very, very sad on it, but you know, so here you go. As you can see, you know, winning one, moving on to the next. I did get Yasuo in there. I'm almost there to getting my Yone in there as well. I just need to find him really quickly. I had to sell him for a roll. It happens, and I'm probably going to replace, let's see here. Who did I replace? I'm not too sure. We checked it last time. The next time I need. So here we are. We're cleaning up the house. This guy beat me last time, as I said, by a power spike when I hit my Bard. So now I'm just too strong with the Yasuo Bard combo. Way too much CC to deal with. And basically, units can't move. When the enemy comp cannot move, as you're just free hitting, it's impossible to deal with. And there we go. There's the Mirage 8. I find the Mirage spat on the final carousel. Super powerful buff right there at the end game. Just constantly scaling. Very, very sick game. There's a Bard pair. So now my only two things I can do is maybe find Yasuo 2-star, Bard 2-star, and hopefully clutch out a lucky Daeja 3-star. So now we're going again, fighting the Legend comp. And at this point, he has no gold to compete with my second power spike. You know, it's tough to deal with for him. But not for me. I enjoyed this very much. This is actually a very fun game to play. And that's why I love playing Mirages. Let's see here. Volibear's taking a while since he's a legend and he's super tanky. Double Titan's Resolve. Okay, let's get rid of him. So now we're just taking a look. He actually did beat me there. He beat my Ghost anyway, so that's a bit scary. But, you know, with some repositioning, reimagining of your comp, it's not too big of a deal. And check this out, right? You're going to see here soon. Here comes the Bard ultimate. Here comes Yasuo's ultimate. Right there. And then it's impossible for him's units to ever actually do too much. So he can't, like, there's another Bard ultimate. There's really not much he can do to stop me. Since he's being CC'd constantly, his damage isn't coming out fast enough. And look at that Nunu, absolutely tanking a 2-star Shyvana. With Redemption, that Fire Breath does absolutely nothing. And then with Determination, Dawnbreaker's Determination on Nunu, I just heal for it all anyway. So even if you think you're going to drop me below half health, psych, I'm going to heal it again and again. And then on the third time, maybe you'll get me if you're not dead by then. But you're probably going to be dead. So we're moving on to the last couple of rounds here. They're happening fast paced. I like to keep the pace moving. What I also like about Cavaliers is that you get Hecarim, who's a very good unit. He provides a lot of board-wide CC. So he's also just added into that factor of Yasuo, Bard, Hecarim, you know, just pure board-wide CC, impossible to kill. We take him out, and now we're moving on, dude. Here we go. His Legend comp sacrifices. He's doing what he can. I respect the determination. You know what I mean? You never want to quit out when you're second place. There's always a hope that you can hit first. But, you know, not today. Not when you're fighting against my Dawnbringers or my Mirage units. Daeja was such a powerful carry in this game. I loved it. Very sad I didn't get to hit 3-star. But, you know, I will hit it eventually. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a subscribe and a like. And leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about the gameplay, what you thought I could have done to scale harder, or if I missed anything. Thanks. Have a good day.